Of the Fiend's Grip into the arrow here. S4 falling low, and he will get taken down. Damage from the Midnight Pulse, making it impossible for him to arm the toggle his way out of there. Quick sleep for Ninja Boogie to hold back No Tail, and Mineski will be very happy with just disengaging to getting a free pick off onto the Dragon.
Now Gabs almost has his own completed Blink Dagger. Very even game so far though. Even though OG have a very slight gold advantage, that comes in the form of powers.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
This Enigma is so scary if you're
absolutely.
OG, because it's just how do you mitigate the damage as he's going to go straight up for the BKB. Almost has it completed at this point. Team fight from OG. Hard to deal with that as the arrow connects.
They find him in the trees straight up. They catch Rezo off. Rezo, he does have a Sunder to play around with. He's not going to get the chance though. Jabs just drops down slam to make sure there is no Sunder opportunity.
Okay. Did they scan for that or something?
They probably, did they not see him enter in the tree line?
Yeah, they just still. Yes.
Heads up play there from Mineski.
Rezo thought, okay, fissure flew, I'm good.
Jabs is actually getting caught out in the same position. It's 4 sweeps down. Jabs is out. So those big items there are done. Jabs, Blink Dagger, 100 gold, and Ice will have his BK. So those 2 items ready to do. If Jabs can get some sort of setup, just buying time for the BKB Enigma to move into position in these team fights, it's going to be absolutely huge. You say very hard for OG to deal with when they're pushing as a group.
Normally when you're in this position, if you're OG and there wasn't an Enigma on the side, you'd feel very comfortable because you know that the core matchup is very positive for you when you're coming to play against the Phantom Lancer. Like, look at this, he creates his own reflection. It's very easy to deal with the PL in this regard, but downside, I guess, is when you have an Enigma that doesn't have any sort of cancel, you can almost always just go for the TP in every single one of these engagements. You land the black hole on the TP, there's not a whole lot that OG can do to back him up except wait and watch. So from that perspective, it's so incredibly awkward for them to play. Gonna do dagger. Dagger completed on the Earthshake. It's just a waiting game right now for Mineski. They're like, we have to make sort of moves. That's why OG pressure to do something right now.
As you smoke up, it gets dispelled. They know that there was someone on the low ground, but they're already gone. OG unlikely to catch someone there, especially with Mineski making their own sounds. They smoke up, Jabs, Ice, and Ninja Boogie. Where they're going to find some action. They'll see S4 poke his head out in the mid lane. In fact, OG, they're going for Roche. If Mineski head over straight away, they can certainly do something about this. This could be huge. All they need is the setup from Jabs. This is looking dangerous for OG. The Fissure comes out, but Ice doesn't want to walk in now. He goes forward with the BKB. Looking for the opportunity. Black Hole pushes out. He catches 2, but the damage, the physical from Resolution is too much. It doesn't matter if there's a BKB on this Enigma when he's taking the full punches of this Terrorblade as they just get ripped apart. OG take the fight, take the Roshan, take the Aegis. He just has to get Rezo in these black holes.
Yes.
It's just...
That is his only job.
Yeah. That Terrorblade just shredded them.
Yeah. That's the only job that he has. If he gets Rezo, there's nothing else that OG can really do. The other thing too is he had the opportunity for the 4-man pull. He backs out. For a second.
He didn't go straight in and fully commit with Jabs, did he? He sort of ummed and ahed about it. And now Jabs, he's in trouble as well. OG chased down the Shaker. Quick soul assumption nuke from Noto will finish him off.
That was a massive teamfight win. Boy, oh boy. They could not afford to make a move like that. That was the 10-second BKB. That's an Aegis too for OG. That is going to be their counter. The way to deal with the Enigma Black Hole is if Rezo has an Aegis every time, then he's going to feel much more comfortable with this. He'll just respawn and kill you anyways. That is a massive from Mineski.
Those ults, as we said, that the black hole on a very long cooldown. Need to do big things with it. Nice. Nice.
A minute and a half.
Yeah.
They would avoid fights anyways because of the Aegis, but even more reason to. Why we were talking about him black holing the TV for so long. I figured if you could go for any other target, then Reza will kill you really fast.
Yeah,
he deals a lot of damage.
He's got the damage. Just get absolutely melted.
I think Jarex kind of understands there's something up.
Dire are scanning.
It's OG know that Mineski are making their way down in resolution. For the cutoff, Ninja Boogie quick for the nightmare. Hiding in the trees, straight for the TP out, and he'll make it. And Mineski are able to avoid that weak coming through from OG. Jabs, and nice, they're up top. Going for the TP out. Well, they'll also be safe themselves away from him.
Dagger now
Radiant's top
completed.
tower is under attack.
Fly gonna walk in. There's a stun though. DK.
The chain control, and they certainly have the damage. OG, no messing around there. And in fact, up top, Jarex, he's found Jabs in the trees.
Radiant's
Jabs will turn, give a bit of a fight back, but with the magnetize, slowly but surely ticking Jabs down. This is a bit of a tense 1v1. Jabs does have the echo if he feels it's necessary.
Radiant's middle tower.
Is he going to pop it just to get the kill? We'll see. No, he hops onto it. That'll mean he does lose his life.
They might just go high ground off of that. Jarex's pick.
There's no shaker for 20 seconds. It's not the longest of times, but in a world when there's a Terrorblade hitting your towers, it certainly will feel like the longest of times for Mineski. As a tier 3 goes down, OG, 21 minutes in, are taking the full set of racks mid as well.
That is a game changer because all of a sudden, Mineski are completely on the back foot. For a while, it looked like they were very comfortable with the pace of the game. They understood that they've got this ultimate hero in the Enigma. He should be your game winner. But getting racks in 20 minutes, losing that Roshan, taking that disastrous fight, and losing the Earthshaker like that, he really needed to be there for that. If he just fissures the high ground, the threat of the Echo should be enough to hold OG back. But as a result of Jarex's very nice pick. But 2 games in a row, we have seen whatever team happens to be ahead eventually loses, so...
Radiant's top tower
got no idea.
is under attack.
This is correct. I mean, as you say, if you've seen game 1 or game 2, you would understand it's very hard to call which way the game is going to go at the end of the day. Because sure, OG have the lead, they're taking a racks, but we've sort of seen that happen both ways in the last 2 games of this series. So,
just walking around.
Do have all the ults here on Mineski.
Very deep ward.
Got the combo Mineski, but they really need perfect top to find it. Of course, OG will be doing everything to make sure they don't get caught out, grouped up together. Mushi continues the split push, tries to find his way towards the BKB.
This time around though, Mushi has changed his PL build. Usual battle fury that he goes in. Although he has gone for the SNY, which I know a certain analyst advises. But at least he has gone for the diffuser. I know Fog would be really mad if he went for the Battle Fury and the SNY.
But the thing is, he's gone for the diffusal, and he's 0-1-0.
Yes.
He's not been actually able to get involved with anything. With what was a relative? He's actually 0-1-0. He's not been in any of the fights of this diffusal PL. And he did get a good timing with the diffusal. I'm a little surprised that he didn't maybe try and get more involved with the team with the diffusal first.
I think that he was probably in a situation where he's like, guys, we don't have to take a... We have BKB Enigma, like, we're all good. And it felt like that was the case for a while, but when OG walked into Roshan, that sort of changed the entire game. Because Mineski were suddenly in a position where like, do we give this up? No, we should go for this fight.
24 minutes in, Rezo's got a full Scardy. Even if he does get caught in the black hole, there could be certainly a chance for him to live, get a Sunder out after it. Here they go, they're going for the play with the Moonlight Shadow.
Oh, they scanned him.
Let's see what they can find. They'll find Fly first. Fly, chucks the cast counter creeps. Die. They have the arrow connection onto No-Tail. They do get themselves 2 quick picks and don't need to use either the Echo Slam or the Black Hole. So a good movement there from Mineski. Good invasion of the jungle. You do get the bigger kill being that No-Tail visage off the map.
Both teams scanned, but situation as Jerax popped the ulti, try to clear the creep wave, as he's gonna get stunned up.
They're hunting Fisher, and arrow was just off the mark, but still Moon. He will find him. Jerax out of really manner to play around with. Will get caught out, so off the bat, that's really 3 kills from that movement from Mineski. And this is what we're sort of talking about, isn't it? Where we said, you know, OG, they have the lead, they must get a set of racks, but in this series we've learned you cannot count one another of these teams. They will make these moves from behind.
I trust no lead in this series. Fool me once, shame on me.
But all in all, definitely the Terrorblade he is looking absolutely mad.
They will kill him though with with Midnight Pulse Black Hole.
Well, that's true. Yeah, Midnight Pulse, of course.
The double Starfall also just chews him up. Resident needs a BKB to take the next spot.
Mineski. You really, both teams just keeping themselves very close to one another, not wanting to get caught out alone. They still, as I say, they have the Black Hole, they have Echo Slam. Mineski are under that ward at the moment, so OG know of their whereabouts. In fact, OG smoking over. The ward will be dewarded. But OG, they're looking for a fight. Jump forward from Jerax. BKB immediately popped from Ice Ice. Get the jump out to the sideline. They'll turn towards Jerax. Jerax getting bursted down by the Starstorm. At the same time, the Shaker on the high ground gets taken down. Ice Ice says, the TP out of it. He's out. Ninja Bogey will not be quite as successful. The rest of Mineski on the run. Moon will TP himself out. Mushi hiding in the trees. Resolution will come hunting, but no way himself to cancel that TP will mean Mushi is also out back to safety.
It might transit into a push with 2 heroes dead, but they're both supports. They'll be up in no time. Arcane Rune was used by S4 when he popped his ultimate, so that'll also be up in short order. I think for OG, the next play is honestly to just wait for the Aegis, because you need a way to counter BKB Black Hole, and the best way to do so is if you get Resonant Aegis, then you force Mineski's hand. Then at that point it becomes very awkward for them.
Radiant's
Courier was on a gem hunting mission, and
yeah, the gem, Moon's gem, of course, already being taken up by bro, who they got? They sent it base? They have. It's on the Courier at the moment. The base for now.
fairly significant.
Still maintaining a 4k lead here, OG.
They get a pick though on Ice Ice Ice. Same thing. They would try to go for the high ground to at least force the buyback. Without any shrines for them to take, they're just trying to take control of this area and then walk into Roche and respawn in mid. Scan, they know that the PL is there, and Mushi.
He's got a lot of heroes here to deal with. Doppelganger immediately will be caught out by the boulder smash from Jerax as Mushi will fall.
That is a significant kill. They might actually just go and grab tier 2 off of that. Roshan still being down. To go, they're drawing a line around this area. I figured they'd just go top though. It's the safer play.
Full minute without that PM.
Gonna run into DD.
There's backup coming in. Fly and No-Tail spotting this. Mirana jumping all over the place. They'll continue to chase. Another quick TP from Jerax to close the gap. Moon tries for the TP on the high ground, but the catch is there. Dragon Tech and the boulder smash holding the preset to the Moon down. She's gone for 65 seconds, and OG getting 2 big pickoffs, one after another.
They're like, oh, we're gonna go for this top push, which is exactly what I thought they'd do. Instead, they go for the kill on top of that, because they understand that this area is theirs to own anyways.
Bishop closing the gap, but Ninja Boogie unable to actually get the Fiend's grip off. Quick silence from Jerax, stops the proceeds of the Bane.
Very confident. Now Roshan's up, they've got a creep in there. This is going to be massive, because this is the way that you counter that BKB black hole.
I mean, with this Roche as well, you know, we're looking at Rezo a moment ago, who was working on the BKB, he's now got the BKB, and pretty much extra money for a blink dagger on top of it as well. And we've already talked about how good Reflection is. If he gets himself in the middle of these fights, pops the BKB at Reflection, suddenly the entirety of the fight, Mushi has to sort of spend running away from his own illusions. It's just so much for this PL to deal with.
They're in a position where they can position themselves to take pop.
Top tower is under attack.
This Terrorblade, gotta kill him twice. There's no refresher onto this Enigma. Instead, he's opting to build the Octarine core for shorter cooldowns as his talents, but it's now quite an awkward position because OG, I think this is gonna be the Aegis that they'll eventually use to take the next set. Because you want to put pressure with this second Aegis. This should be another set of racks for them. So the best way to deal with these like massive cooldown ultimate, Doom or Chronosphere or Enigma's BKB Black Hole, is you simply just get an Aegis, march down, force them to use it at an inefficient time. And Rezo's tanky enough that I think they have to commit it, or one of their major abilities anyway.
Just walking up and down between this middle and top, making it very hard for Mineski to leave the base at this point. OG just having full control over the map. If anything, Mineski just sort of waiting for a slip up so they can punish it with their team fight. It's going to get harder and harder as the net worth lead increases for OG. 10k lead now.
Comes back down to that first Roshan fight they took. Solution, out of mana. Butterfly next. Phantom Lancer is doing quite well against them, just sending the illusions on him constantly, so go for the immediate background transition. Pop a Clarity. Don't know where he got that from. Fly's got
Got it out to it.
Pops the Reflex to try to clear through some of the illusions.
With the Mirana as well, Moon just building the Dagons now. Go full in on the burst.
He's got
these high armor heroes.
He got the level 20.
This is where the fun begins for the Terrorblade, and the fun really does end for that PL. For Mushi if he gets caught out by the Reflection.
I'll take that.
Insane amount of uptime. Spell could be so hard to fight against this. What's the plan here for them? It just feels like they absolutely cannot get out of this base.
Wait out the Aegis. Force OG into a desperation situation where they feel like they have to use. But Rezo, he's gonna go for it right now. He's tired of this.
I mean, he's just pushing on his own. You have a Fisher.
He is pretty alone right now.
I mean, he just pops the Reflection in, as you can see. Mushi already starting to say, no, commit. And Mushi just can't commit on the Terrorblade. He has to back away.
They're splitting up right now. Mineski being forced into a position where they've got to choose. This TB will take your racks quite quickly though. Ice 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 though is the man's watch. In this engagement, Rezo's going to walk up this high ground.
Ball from Moon, trying to burst the resolution down, but of course with that Scud, he's got a lot of HP. Bottom lane, Ice 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 will jump in with the two-man black hole, but the net comes out. The Helm of the Dominant play there, cancelling the black hole through the BKB. This Enigma will buy back, but the top set of racks in trouble. Bottom as well getting forced in by OG. They'll jump forward, look for the Shaker. Mushi trying to return fire as he goes onto S4. The buybacks are coming out. They need to find kills with these Mineski. They've found the DK. They look towards No-Tail. With a magical burst, they will bring down the Visage as well. They keep the bottom racks alive, but of course the top racks were fully cleaned up there by OG. As we could just see, we talked about looking forward to seeing No-Tail's micro, and one thing that we really failed to mention. If he can get a Troll Summoner, the BKB Black Hole, it's just counter.
That is something else. And now you're in a position where quite far behind, 2 sets of racks. The next Aegis should just mean the end of the game, I think. It's a great decision by OG. And it didn't feel like they had damage anyways. While the whole was going on, you still got it off for a good clean 2 seconds. But I don't know how I feel about this peel, but it feels like he just doesn't deal enough damage. Moon Similar position too. He goes for the Dagon for the further burst, but he doesn't deal with the split very well. When they just decide to go for the high ground, without a BKB of his own, he can't really get up close and dirty. He has to rely on this Enigma catching so many different heroes in that.
They really do need some 4-man, 5-man spectacle at this stage. This really is all falling apart for Mineski. OG just turning up here in this game 3 with very, very tight performance. One of those games as well where this time round it's been a smooth advantage for OG. There's not sort of been any ups and downs in this game 3. This is just a sort of an advancement of OG as we've been through this series, that they've just continued to tighten up their play. But as we've said, game 1 and game 2, the outcome looked pretty sure. It was turned around. Maybe it would happen again this game 3, but this time round it's going to have to be on another level for Mineski, as this really is a sizable advantage for OG at the moment.
This is a DD Terrorblade. They're going to go for it, even with the Enigma. But he does have a Refresher Orb. This is quite the massive item for them that picked up on the Ice. The level 20 isn't too significant, but double...
He's got to do something insane.
Yeah, the double BKB Black Hole, this is their way back in.
They've got the Moonlight, they've got the smoke. OG playing careful there. They're not coming into the base.
Yeah, ED's been popped though. This is the timing.
All eyes on Ice for Mineski at the moment. These sort of situations he has to keep his cool. He wants to keep Mineski's hopes strong here at ESL 1 Katowice. Maybe that massive lead here for OG, but game certainly not over. Mineski, there's a window. It's a very, very small one, but a good black hole could open the game back up.
They're not going to commit for it. Instead, very smartly, they're most likely going to wait for the third Aegis of the game. Roshan can respawn in a minute now. You might as well wait for that. Everyone's starting to pick up quite a bit of farm. Hurricane Pike, an item we don't see often on Dragon Knight. I think he's trying to go for the play where if he can time it fast enough, he can get out of the black hole himself by stepping away.
G just keeping all 3 lanes shoved in to Mineski. Trying to enforce a slow but painful death upon Mineski at this stage. The Dagon's continuing be scaled up. Moon. See if he finds any sort of crucial burst. The black holes are successful, but the split push play is just going to be what they continue to roll. Top lane jump in. We get the stun onto Moon. Moon held in place by the familiars. Moon's gone and does not have buyback. Went fully in on upgrading his Dagon.
And Ice popped his BKB, thinking there was going to be a fight for that.
With that information, OG.
Oh, this is so...
They're moving in. Mushi tries to go on Fly, but Fly with the Glimmer Cape keeps his distance. They're losing the bottom racks. They're losing their tier 4s. They'll try and commit it. Jump forward from Ice. There's the first black hole. Manages to get S4 and No Tail. Can Mushi finish off the dragon? He can. S4's down, but Resolution moves across with the Metamorphosis pummeling into the tier 4. They've got that second black hole. The chance. He's moving forward. He doesn't even need it because the Echo Slam. The setup. Mushi, he gets an ultra kill. Jabs with the control, holding down OG. They have lost the bottom racks as Resolution did continue to push up, but they are still able to take these fights as they're showing us. And as it looked like, we thought that they would need to use the second black hole, but they didn't. The Echo Slam's still doing enough when there's enough units in there.
They had more than enough damage with the triple Echo Slam. I think for a second, Ice was considering it. You saw him move forward, but Jabs was like, no, hold that thought. Just chill. I'm going to finally come in the clutch, and he does. They're still in a very difficult scenario, not to be understated, where they're fighting against Mega Creeps, but you're seeing glimmers of hope, and this is kind of scaring me right now, Owen, because if you get one really sick hole, you just start pushing down. If you force buyback situations, then OG is suddenly...
I mean, can Mineski against Mega Creep?
They have done it before.
Mega Creeps.
Was it against Kingwin? I think it was against Kingwin in the last I know they did it.
Inferior tournament, you know. This is the only sort
with Mega Creeps, and
We'll
it was
see it again. Look at this.
It was at Star Ladder.
So this is that defense. Watch jabs.
They all start to clump together, and nobody from OG thought to themselves like, "This is a bad idea."
Look at that. It's been a long time since I've seen a good slam on a shaker because we just don't see that hero. But jabs really is allowing Mineski to hold on for that last chance here in this game 3.
The cool thing is they've got very good heroes at dealing with Mega Creeps too. This Mirana with the double Starfall, it's fine in dealing with it. The Phantom Lancer's great. The Eidolon's in a similar position. He even got the plus 70 Eidolon damage. But Rezo gonna walk in, grab the
refresher. Oh, nice gonna hold. Double death ward. I mean, there's multiple heroes we can see it past. So, you know, if they want to get another out of the meta.
Yeah, he might just be holding on to it for...
Yeah. I mean, free with the course Dragon Knight as well.
Yeah.
Double duration of the Dragon form. But talking about double stuff, that refresher orb from Ice is just about to come back off cooldown. So he will have the double black hole once again.
That almost looked disastrous though. He was in a position where he popped the BKB already, and so, but he went for the black hole without popping the refresher so that he could BKB. He chanced it. He got away with it. They got the kill. This time around though, he can't make any sort of mistakes like that. This is a
3-man stun. Jumping in, pops down the Magnetize. Mineski though now back off. Mushi actually running in straight away on his own towards Jerax. Has to be careful.
Really far from his team.
He's playing very aggressively. Resolution, he's just ignoring it though. He's looking for the Ancient. He's moving in straight away. Mushi getting low. Jump forward from jab. There's the black hole. He's only holding down no tap. Rezo actually walks into the black hole though, and they'll be able to put number 2. Then the second one is cancelled by the Troll Summoner Micro from No Tail. They've lost it. Coach Ice is getting surrounded. Mushi will fall. Mushi will buy back, but the Ancient is still exposed to call for jabs. He bursts Jerax down, but Rezo just stands his ground with the med, with the PKP. Look at the Ancient, takes it down. The OG will win the series 2-1, despite Mineski's best efforts there with everything against the wall.
Oh, that one looked really close. Ice in a position, he ran forward. He's like, okay, I'm too far committed for this. I have to just pop the